At least 25 children have died and dozens more at hospital after eating a free meal at a primary school in northeast India. It's feared that their food had been contaminated with poisonous chemicals. The tragedy has sparked protests outside the school near the city of Chhapra. A fleet of ambulances ferried children off to hospital. Aged between 8 and 11, most were so weak they could barely even clamber out of the vehicles. Dozens of helpless young children poisoned at their own school. Some hadn't even made it through the day. They were struck down instantly. Others simply unable to stand up to the amounts of poison served to them in their lunchtime meal. In stifling hot and humid conditions, doctors worked to save the lives of children needing urgent medical attention. But at this stage, they were unaware of how the youngsters had been poisoned. The school poisoning caused such outrage that protesters, angry with the local authorities that provided the food, took to the streets. 120 million children across India are given free meals under the so-called midday meal scheme, the world's largest school feeding program, which was supposed to give impoverished parents an incentive to send their children to school to get an education. Compensation of 200,000 rupees has been announced to the families of the deceased children. This is what demonstrators did to the officers of the midday meal program in Bihar. Breaking in and grabbing anything they could to vent their frustration. With effigies of local government officials being burnt, the authorities must urgently establish whether this was deliberate sabotage or if millions of children across India are now at risk.